Hey, it's harmonica time. Let's go post this over on the website. Website is mammothgardens.com. Edit. Starting a new group of songs this week. Well, we probably will just do them this week, assuming that I make it to every lesson. Let's see, right there. It's a good group of songs this week. I'll tell you in just a second as soon as I get this posted up. I'm on spring break. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and really didn't try particularly hard when I was getting ready this morning. So in the best of circumstances, I'm kind of hard to look at. And at the moment, it's even worse. All right, so that's posted. Let me go post over here. https://mammothgardens.com. Patience. Slide down. Hit this. Go to harmonica. Toy harmonica. Click tweet. All right, so we've done the Twitter thing, and we've got, can close this. Linda is in. She says the sound is good. I told you guys last week, I don't know how many of you are here, but we have a new microphone. It's very fancy. It glows. Ooh. As far as I can tell, the glowing colors mean nothing. I am wanting you to know that I would like them to mean something too, but they do not apparently, and so there's that. Also, very exciting, earlier today on my iPad they put in our new camera system here at the Condominium Association is now hooked here, among other places, and so if somebody does something, commits some shenanigans, I will be able to see them and record them, and it's all very exciting. All right, so this is something that people say, you're on the Condominium Association board. Why? Yeah, that's usually the one I get. I'm like, well, somebody has to do it. All right, let's talk about what we're doing today. Well, I guess I should hit this button and my life would be easier. By the way, I am trying to set up an email address just for harmonica. Right now you guys are getting them from the guitar email address because it was just easier and faster to set that up because it was already set up. And so I am trying to set up a harmonica specific email so that when you get an email from Denver Guitar Orchestra, you won't be like, oh wait, that's harmonica. I want it to come from the right place. But I have something called an MX record that is incorrect and I cannot figure out how to fix it. So I'm going to have to call GoDaddy and do the sit on the phone thing. They've been pretty good about fixing problems over the years. Today, let's start with our scales. Then we will play Ode to Joy. It's Tuesday, right? And then we will play a couple of diatonic songs and a couple of chromatic songs. I think most of you sent me an email if you needed the sheet music already. If you didn't, please send me an email after harmonica, and we'll get you going. Let's see. Linda is in from Vancouver, Canada. Vic is in from sunny Eugene, and we're cloudy here in Denver. That's not fair. It's supposed to be the opposite. Marcia is here. She lives in Denver. We got a new song. Vic, who is in the room with us, sent me a note. She says, hey, I really like this song. I went ahead and tabbed it out, and after about 12 different missteps, I finally got it put into our format, and so Vic did all the work, and then I just messed it up is basically what happened. Her initial thing was just fine, and I thought, oh, I'll fancy it up to make it for in our format. So she's the one who did the tabbing for today. Linda says it's foggy up in British Columbia. By the way, not a bad exercise, guys. Go over to the guitar side or the ukulele side, grab a song that you think would maybe sound good on the harmonica, and then you sit down. I recommend using the Chromatic notes in C that's sitting right on the website as your cheat sheet, and just go through and tab one out. It's great practice for you to learn how all of that, to learn that you know, I'm not doing anything magical when it comes to tabbing. I get the song, the melody of the song together. By the way, I have to get my harmonicas out from underneath this computer, so hold on a second. Nope, they're not there. They must be in this. I'm changing. I had to change the carrying case for this stupid microphone, and so now I don't know where anything is. But yeah, so it was super helpful to have Vic just, hey, here's the tabs, here's what I think, can you double check it, and so we can get tabs coming out faster if you want to do some of them too, right? The easiest thing for me is when you pick a song that I've already done for one of the other instruments, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing we can do. If you can find the real sheet music for something, and then tab it out, you know, use the melody line, the part you would sing, the lyric line. I can always figure out the chords. That's not hard. But like if you're looking at, I don't know, whatever song you're working on. By the way, are you grabbing your diatonic scales? I'm busy chit-chatting away and not doing any work here. Diatonic notes in C. Grab your diatonic scales. But let's say that the melody line, this line you were about to sing, is the C major scale. So you do E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. If that's the melody you want to assign, then you would just go through and tab underneath that 4, minus 4, 5, minus 5, 6, and so on. But find a song. It doesn't matter what song it is as long as it has lyrics. There'll be a single melody line, and you can always fit. It will fit on your chromatic harmonica, and so grab the chromatic notes in C and just type them in, or you don't even need to handwrite them in, and then send me a picture of what you did, and we can do a lot more. As you guys know, I love this. I love doing this, but tabbing does take a little while, and so you don't get music as fast as I wish you did. Fran is in from Portugal. Sandy's in from Michigan. Yeah, you'll also find out how hard these arrangements really are when you do it. That's why another reason to do them, right? So that you can see like, hey, geez, that's kind of hard work. All right, let's do the C major scale and then the A minor scale. I've talked too much, so let's do one time on each. One C major scale, one A minor scale. Try to bend your notes if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, very nice. And that's a natural minor scale. Eventually we're going to be working in chromatic on all of the scales. Well, that's not true. There's 8 gajillion scales. But we'll start working on additional, more interesting scales. We usually start with the natural minor scale, which is what you have here. And then on chromatic, we'll be able to add in harmonic minors and melodic minors, and we'll be doing modes and all of that stuff. A lot of that stuff is overwrought in music theory, but at least you'll have an idea of what that stuff is, and it may or may not be helpful to you. Hey, Kat, welcome in. While we're on scales, grab your chromatic scale. And again, I would suggest when the first tab you do, I would be thinking, look, I'm just going to do it on chromatic harmonica because a lot of songs it appears they're going to work, and then all of a sudden at the end you find out there's one note that you didn't see, and it doesn't work. You're like, oh man. So grab chromatic harmonica scales. Let's do number 8. That's the F sharp major one. When you're playing an F sharp, look how many sharps you have. You have 6 notes that are sharped. So you're going to be pushing the button a ton. This is Francis's dream category, right? 6 sharps. It's a lot of sharps. Let's give it a try. from the top of measure 8 just one time through. We'll take it nice and slow. You're going to probably have your brain starts to explode the further in you get. So draw 2 with the button to get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. I messed up the ending. Should have been from the 5. I thought I was going to get it perfect, and then I missed one note and couldn't get it figured out. All right, so there's your F sharp major scale. When 6 of the notes are sharp, that means there's only one note that's not, because we always think of them as octave as 8 notes, but remember the first note and the last note are the same note, so there's really only 7 notes in a typical major scale. And if 6 of them are sharp, that means only one note is not going to be have the button pushed down. And in this case, it's the B, right? So the B's are all natural, and all the other notes are sharped. Cool. All right. All right. So there's our chromatic scales. Then we did our diatonic. So now let's go play Ode to Joy. It's good to see so many of you guys here today. It's very exciting, very, very wonderful. I'm on spring break, so I'm just goofing around today. Madly trying to get everything done that you're not going to get done during the regular school year, right? You guys know how this works. Ode to Joy, let's do it 2 times through, just as written. 4-beat count in, below 5. Let's move kind of quickly today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beethoven. Ugh. All right, nice. Now we have a new song called Down in the Valley. So let's go take a look at that. Let's see how it comes out. It is in diatonic and diatonic high, diatonic low, and then I added a chromatic line onto it. After I had goofed, I thought that Vic's first effort was diatonic and chromatic. So I went through and I'm like, oh, she got the chromatic line all goofed up. Then I realized it was a low diatonic. And so then I had to redo it again. So we have what Vic did plus what I did and then undid and then redid. And so you have lots of ways to play this song. So first of all, let's do this 3 times through. It's supposed to have 3 times through anyway. And it'll give us a chance to try all 3 versions of it. And so that should theoretically be kind of fun. So let's do the high version first. Where's down in the valley diatonic. Diatonic. So first we're going to play this. Oops. Done. Come on. The diatonic in C high version. Okay, so play from 6. 3 beat count in, 1 time through. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the high version. Works perfectly. Good job, Vic. And then she also sent us the low version. It's very rare when you can play it in 2 separate octaves on this, which likely means that whoever wrote this probably wrote it on harmonica. If you can play it in 2 octaves on a diatonic, that's somebody who really knew what notes they had available and stuck to it. From the top, diatonic in C, low version, blow 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, works really good. So you obviously, right, when you're getting ready to play this one, you're going to grab that low diatonic every time. It just sounds so lush and cowboy-like and sad, and you're going to grab that every time. Grab your chromatics, because let's try it out this one as well. Years ago when we started these, well, was it last year we started these or a year before? I had somebody write me right away. They says, hey, I'm playing the chromatic piece of music with blah, 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 and it's not working. And it's because they was trying to play it with a diatonic. And you can see right away in this, first 2 notes are the same, but then after that, things start to change, right? And that's why their instruments are not interchangeable, and why you want to learn what's special about chromatic and what's special about diatonic. And some songs work better than others based on the instrument you're playing. Let's try this on chromatic and see what we think. My button is getting really sticky. Time to clean from the top. chromatic, blow 3, 3-beat countdown. 1, 2, 3. Drum C chord. So your very first tune, I think, is our first tune that you can play it in 3 different ways on 2 different harmonicas. We're getting out of control, people. Isn't that nice? I mean, nice job, Vic. Really, really, really fun to play. Very, very harmonica-like sound. And I think the cool part is that you guys know, hey man, this all the instruments, they sort of feel like they sound the same, but as a performer and as a player, you're gonna have one that you just really gravitate toward. Most of us, I think, ultimately, because we're melody players, are going to gravitate toward a chromatic just because it gives you a lot more options. But if you're a real legitimate, like old school harmonica player, this thing, you know, you're going to do what you can to get things out of that, and it can be rewarding in and of itself. And of course, this one is a lot cooler when it comes to blues harmonica than this one. But you can do blues on this one too. We're never going to do blues because I don't get blues. I don't understand why you do that. All right, hey, let's go play La Cucaracha on the diatonic, and then we'll grab one chromatic, and we'll go from there. So La Cucaracha, please. G-H-I-J-K-L, and that's on your diatonics. We do have a high and a low on this one as well. Look at how fancy we're getting. Let's see. All right, much better. Yay! All right. Yeah. By the way, down in the valley, isn't that the perfect opportunity for you to practice both ends of this? Yeah, this is always going to be harder. So start on the low end, play the low end first, and then go play the high end. I apparently seem to always want to put the high end on the top of line here at La Cucaracha. La Cucaracha, I want you to picture a cockroach dancing across the floor. She's missing a leg, and she likes listening to the music, and they're trying to sweep her out the front door, but she just hears that music. She keeps dancing. Give yourself a bounce to this, and let it be as silly as you can possibly get it. Let's play it. Let's just do it one time through, which is really 2 times through. Let's play down to measure 8, come back to measure 1, then play all the way down to measure 17, skipping measure 8, come back to measure 10, and then go to the bottom, skipping measure 17. Okay, so let's just play it as written. You can pick the low notes or the high notes. I will pick the low notes, and you'll pick the low notes too, but you should try the high notes if you want, if you're working on getting those better. And when you're not with me, obviously play it both ways. I'm going to play the low notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 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 All right, Kat had to sneak out and go teach class. And so good to see you, Kat. She's probably already long gone. All right, it's so cool. She sneaks in during her office hours at work and plays a little harmonica. All right, La Cucaracha. All right, so then let's pick the first. Well, we already did one sort of chromatic, right? So let's wrap up today with Leaving on a Jet Plane. A little Bob Denver. That's Gilligan. John Denver. H.I.J. Leaving on a Jet Plane. We haven't played this in a long time, so kind of cool. We have enough music to sort of take a while to get back around to things. We do have almost 100 songs on the site, and that's generally, if you're going to give a concert, you need about, let's call it 15 to 18 to give a concert. So it looks to me like you could give 6 or 7 concerts. 15 times 7. I don't know what that is. I don't know. You can give quite a few concerts. You can do Leaving on a Jet Plane on the Diatonic or on the Chromatic. Probably easier on Chromatic. You're going to play all the way down to measure 30, and then note you come back to 17, not to measure 1. So you should have a yellow piece of a yellow highlighter at 17 so your eye will track up there. And then when you come back down the second time, skip 29 and 30. And also, we all have heard this from those of us who grew up in the 70s. You've heard this 10 different ways to Sunday, different bands playing it. So I will try to stick pretty close to what the standard notation is, but it may, depending on which version was your favorite and you heard more often, you may have a slightly different approach to it. But I'm going to go with what's on the paper for the most part. Chromatic harmonica is what I'm using. I'm going to blow 5. I've got a 3-beat count in, and we're going to play it one time through. From the top, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Three. Didn't play it very well, but we got the most of the notes in there. Yeah, and again, go back and play it the way that you heard it in your head. If you were alive in the '70s, you probably heard that a bunch of times from a bunch of different bands, and play it your way. So tomorrow we will probably skip scales. We will be playing Simple Gifts. And when you get in, if you'd rather play Kumbaya instead of Simple Gifts, make a big production of when you walk in the room. And then we will knock out Love Me Tender and Moon River tomorrow on Diatonic, and then Over the Rainbow and Smile as well tomorrow. Now, Over the Rainbow, you guys will remember that we're here in the past. That is a long song. So you may want to do some deep breathing exercises tonight to make sure your lungs are ready for it. And you play the whole thing through, the whole entire song 2 times through. It's a long song, so we'll see how our timing works. That may be the only song we get to tomorrow, but we'll try to also squish in Smile. Hope you guys are having a great day. I will see some of you in ukulele at 1 or 1:30 today, and then I'll see the rest of you guys back here tomorrow, same time, same place. And as far as I know, we're going to have regular class times all this week. And again, if you're ready to start tabbing some stuff and you know a song you want to do, look for a melody line. If it has the chords on top, that's better. But in most songbooks that you find, it'll say for guitar, vocals, and piano. And in there, it'll be on the top line of each song will be all the little guitar chords, and then there'll be a melody line that you're supposed to sing, and that's what you want. That's the thing you're looking for, because if you can get both of those, then it's easy to put together the arrangement. And then grab your chromatic notes in C and just go through and start figuring out, all right, that's that note on there, so find it on my paper, 5, okay, 5, and so on. And you can do exactly what Vic did. And you can just tab your life away. Once you've tabbed something out, you send me a photo of it. I did play through it, double check that you did it in a way that makes sense, and then obviously as I have time I type those in, and that becomes part of our repertoire. So it'd be more fun, honestly, guys, if you will look at some of these pieces of music that you want to play, and would toss them into the rotation, so that way it's not just me picking music, because I have a tendency, you guys already know, I have a tendency to pick older songs, kind of old-fashioned music, things with strong melodies, things I grew up with, things from the days of the lute, right? I'm a big fan of Renaissance music. I don't know why. So anything you guys are up for, I'm up for. Just let me know, and I will see all y'all tomorrow. Peace.